So we're just got into the rental car and we got a sandwich. I guess this is called a baguette bread or something, and it has some ham in there. It's pretty plain, but it's all that they have. So we're leaving Paris now and we're heading to Asnails, which actually the British infantry invaded there during World War II. So we're gonna go up and down. Maybe we're gonna go towards Omaha Beach later this week, and we're gonna do a tour there. There's supposed to be a parade. It is the 81st anniversary and coming up on June the 6th. So we're gonna see what all they have in tail for us to see there and learn about all the history. We currently made it out here to the city of Asnails. This is on the Gold Beach portion of the beaches of Normandy. This is where the British stormed the beaches, and to our further east is Sword and Juno. Juno is where the Canadians stormed the beaches, and Sword is where the British did. And then on to the west is Omaha, Utah, where the United States forces stormed the beaches. So it's pretty interesting to be out here, and it's pretty cool. We will continue to learn some more history throughout the 4 days in the Normandy region. Some French people just brought a tract of international onto the beach to launch their boat. It's over there. And I'm guessing they're going to go fish the English Channel. I have no idea what type of fish are out there, but I wish them luck. Hope they catch themselves some fish. We're over here in Bayeux, France, and I just got the MAGA pizza, and it has some ham and some cheese on it, plus this green stuff that I don't know what it's called. So we're gonna see what it tastes like. We're gonna try the pizza now. Here it is. They got my sliced pizza. It tastes a little different than American pizza, but overall I think it's pretty good. You can definitely tell that there's ham there, but overall I think it's good. Under further review, after eating about half the pizza, I did decide it does have a unique taste that, I mean, if you really like French food, you would like it, but if you're used to American pizza, it might not be exactly American pizza. So I'd give this probably, I don't even know, probably a 3 out of 10. That's your Dave Portnoy's rating right there. So it's not like American pizza. Here is the plants that they have out here in the Normandy region of France. I have no idea what these plants are called, but they have several of them. Here's what these look like, and then there's some over there that they look like this. I don't know what they are. Pretty interesting plants though. At least they don't have to deal with a bunch of levees and rice fields. They're pretty lucky. I've also seen a bunch of corn, and I think I've seen, it's some type of pea type of plant. It's not behind me, but I don't know what it's called. There goes the car. But pretty interesting plants out here in the Normandy region of France. Jay Gunter got here, and we found a duck in the Normandy region of France, and he's crashing out. Here we go. Greenhead action, curls for girls in Normandy, France. Right here. I just got some fish and chips. I don't know what type of fish this is, but I do know the chips are actually French fries. So we'll see how it tastes. We're gonna go ahead and try this piece of fish. It looks like it's pretty crisp, but I don't know what type of fish it is. The fish tastes very good. We're over here at the Overlord Museum in Collegeville-sur-Mer and the Normandy region of France, and we're looking at all this stuff that they have on the outside. Here's a Sherman recovery vehicle. They use these on the beaches and during action during World War II to go up to the broken down tanks and to repair them. It's pretty interesting, and there is some holes along the sides and on the other side. I'm guessing where it got shot at during action. So if you see on this side all the holes, I'm guessing it got shot at by the Germans shot at it while it was doing its job, or at least trying to. Pretty interesting. Here is a German machine gun fortification that they shot with MG-42s or MG-34 machine guns out of at the American troops as they stormed Omaha Beach here in Collegeville-sur-Mer. This one right here was moved because they had to do road work at a specific location, so they moved it over here to this museum for people to look at. And if we walk inside of it, here is what it looked like on the inside. And this is where the German with the machine gun stood, and he shot at the Allied troops as they came up the beaches from this hole with his MG-34 or MG-42 machine gun. Here is a German 88mm anti-air, anti-tank cannon. They used these during the Allied invasion of the Normandy beaches during World War II. They also, I think, used these over in the Battle of Berlin and the surrounding areas while the Americans bombed the crap out of the Germans to destroy their aircraft producing plants and other type of things like that. They were sort of effective, and it's pretty interesting. This one was used during World War II, I think, and it was decommissioned afterwards. Pretty interesting. They have a couple of other United States tanks over here at this museum, such as the M10 right here and the Sherman right over there. These were both used during World War II. Pretty interesting artifacts. By far, this museum is very interesting. They have a couple of vehicles like the Sherman, this Higgins boat over here, and they have dioramas showing what it looked like on D-Day. They also have information plaques telling you about the vehicles and what happened, such as over there, a bunch of them, and just overall a bunch of stuff in here. We're over here at Omaha Beach, which is right there behind me, and over here is two German bunkers that they used to fight the Americans as they invaded the beaches of Normandy, which Omaha Beach, and a bunch of Americans died here, but they successfully took out the Germans and continued to liberate Europe with the help of the British and the Canadians over at Sword, Juno, and Gold Beach further to the east. But we also noticed over here there is a beaten path. Let's see what it is. And look at that. After a short walk, there is a bunker right there. I'm gonna go down there and see what it looks like on the inside. I climbed on the inside of this bunker, which I don't see anything unless there's stuff further down there, but I have my good clothes on, so I'm not gonna crawl down there. I don't think nothing's down there, but if you look up, there is a hole. So I'm thinking this is a forward observation bunker used by the Germans to observe the beachhead so they can give guidance to their hidden artillery to fire at the troops or at the ships that are far off so they can give them proper coordinates. Pretty interesting. There's just multiple concrete embankments inside of this cliff face. This one has writing in it saying it's an observation post, which when you look in there, it got blown to smithereens. So, yeah. Over there was a observation post, and then walking a couple yards this way, back from the beach, there is this bunker right here. So I'm guessing it was either used for a machine gun to hide out and shoot the Americans as they came up the beach. So as the Americans were storming the beaches, there was naval boats out further out in the English Channel, and they were shooting shells at these bunkers to try and kill the Germans. And right here is one of the craters made from the shell. A little bit further away from my last little snippet about the machine gunner is this bunker for the troops. It's a pretty big room, a little bit bigger than your standard bedroom in the United States. It'd probably house a good bit of troops. As you can see, little bunk beds ran wall to wall, and I guess it was 3 high, and they lived in here so they could shoot at the Americans. We came out here to this monument for the 1st Infantry Division, the Big Red One, and here's the names of all the people that died on D-Day as they invaded this. As I was saying, this is a monument for the Big Red One, or the 1st Infantry Division of the United States Army, honoring those who died on D-Day, June the 6th, 1944. I thank them for their service. Right here is where one of the Germans' massive cannons were, and they shot out of this window onto the beach as the Americans came up. But it appears the Americans did make it to this encampment, and they blew a hole right through that concrete wall. Pretty interesting. Here is another monument as well, honoring the 5th Engineer Special Brigade of the United States military, honoring all of those that died on D-Day. I thank them for their service. This plaque is honoring the combat medics who helped save lives during D-Day on this very beach, Omaha Beach. I thank them for their service. We were just driving around and we noticed on the side of the road there's a monument commemorating Major Richard Winters, or Dick Winters, from the 101st Airborne, which a bunch of people might know him from the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers. He is actually a pretty cool dude and a great leader. I thank the 101st Airborne for their service. We're out here at Point de Hoc, and as you can see behind me, they even have the monument gated off. But we are here at about 9 o'clock at night, so we're thinking maybe if we come back tomorrow, they might allow us to come look at this stuff. But even the bunker that's underneath this concrete right here, we can't even enter it. It's locked off. So maybe it's just because it's late at night, so we're going to come back tomorrow and see if we can enter it. But the history of Point de Hoc is one of these cliff faces, either that one or the one that's back here. The Rangers, the Army Rangers during D-Day, they climbed up the cliff and they had to come over here and take out all of these bunkers because it was a major German defensive thing, because they could shoot out at the beaches and they could shoot out at our ships, making it to where we couldn't take over the Normandy area. So they had to do it. I just got up here to the top of the bunker, looking over at Point de Hoc, and Utah Beach over there, and then you can also just past that cliff face over there is Omaha Beach, and out there is where all of the Navy ships would be. This was a very crucial point of the defense of the Normandy beaches by the Germans. So they put gigantic bunkers with big guns right here to shoot out at the ships, and I think even at the beaches. So the Army Rangers climbed up the cliff faces so they could take these out. Pretty interesting. So this marker is the marker of where the Patton's 3rd Army walked, and it goes all the way to Bastogne, Belgium. And this is the original one, but if you go down the roads and you see the yellow ones, they're plastic because a bunch of people wrecked into them, so they just switch them up. So this bunker right here is from World War II, and as you can see, those are the original windows. They are covered up, but that was because when the Allies had their reconnaissance planes fly overhead, they didn't really see the bunker. They thought that was part of the house. So the Germans were trying to trick the Allies, but we still beat them. So we're here on Utah Beach, which actually Pointe du Hoc is over there, which the Germans could have shot at the beach with their cannons, but the Rangers destroyed them. But if you can see the black thing that's out there, that's the low tide marker, and the tide actually goes all the way up to these dunes. But these dunes were not here during the war. They were built after the war to help protect the further inland, like all the fields, because it's a very swampy region, so they didn't want to mess up their fields. So those dunes were built to protect the land. And this was a pretty successful landing spot compared to Omaha. We're over here where the Battle of Ophir took place, and it has a little map of this house and this bridge right here where the bazooka team set up, which actually right over there is that bridge, and the Germans set up a defense at that house over there, and they sent tanks over to try and destroy the American people, the paratroopers, but the bazooka team and an anti-tank gun, they shot the tanks, and then they tried to do a counterattack, but they failed and had to retreat. And this all lasted until June the 9th, when the American infantry from Utah Beach finally met up with the 82nd Airborne. 254 Americans were killed here. Please. We just finished our World War II tour. It was very good. We went to Utah Beach, Omaha Beach, the American Cemetery, St. Mary Eglise, and some other places as well. I really recommend that tour. But we just stopped in Bayou to get some ice cream at this place called Mustache or something. And it's pretty good. I got the lemon one and some caramel one to try it out. The lemon one, I mean, it doesn't taste like a lemon, but it tastes like a citron. That's what they call it. Call it citron. It's a little bit different. And then the caramel, I haven't gotten to it yet, but we'll see how good it tastes. Under further review, I do say the caramel flavor is pretty interesting. I don't know if I like it or dislike it, but I mean, it's pretty interesting. I just got the rabbit, and we're gonna see how it tastes. So we're gonna try the rabbit. It's very tender. It has a good flavor from the broth they boiled it in. It tastes very good. I recommend it.
That was kind of our role to evacuate the guys that got hit. War is a kind of a waste of time.
Tendre Perlet, qui en avait grand besoin à ce moment-là.
Overall, I'm really glad we had the opportunity to go out to France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Poland, and Slovakia. It's always been something I wanted to do, to go meet some World War II veterans and go visit some World War II sites, which this was a perfect opportunity, going to the 81st anniversary of D-Day. And so I was able to meet Mr. Lester, Mr. Gene, and Mr. Robert, all World War II veterans. It was also a great opportunity to go out to Poland, which I've always wanted to go out there because actually on my mother's side, we are Polish. So I got like an eighth of Polish in me. So also we went earlier this year to go meet my great uncle, who is 100% Polish. He is on my mom's side. So here is a photo of me, my great uncle, and my mom. He is 97 years old. So that was a great experience getting to meet him and going out to Poland and see what that stuff looks like as well. So really glad we got to go do that. And this opportunity was made because I was able to successfully accomplish a bet that was put on by another person. So I'm glad that we were able to do that. And also going through the footage, I did notice in the windier parts of my videos, such as in the Normandy region and in the mountains, you couldn't really hear what I was saying, which I still put the footage in there. But that does remind me, I need to invest in one of those things that go over the camera or on your chest, that makes it where you can understand what the person's saying a little bit better, especially in the windier conditions. Because it picks up on your voice or something, it like muffles out the other sound or something like that. So I might get one of those. And also upcoming videos, I might have the opportunity to go out to Texas, go turkey hunting, deer hunting, duck hunting. That's still always on the table. And I think we're still going up to Iowa to go pheasant hunting this year with my dad's fraternity brothers, which that should be a great experience like always. I'm really glad we get to go do that. And so I don't know what deer are out there on my cousin's farm because our trail cameras stopped working, but we just went to Bass Pro, just got back from Bass Pro actually, and we bought a new trail camera, so we're gonna see how that one works. We're gonna put it out tomorrow. And also I have some other videos lined out. We might be doing some building content in the future. That is, if I ever go out to the job site and actually video. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. But overall, thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Watch out for some more of my content, and have a great day.